Today is Tuesday, June 23, 2026, and something subtle is unfolding in the sky. You might feel a gentle nudge inside, a quiet invitation to pay attention. It's as if the universe is turning the page on one chapter and beginning another, not with fireworks, but with a soft, knowing glance. If a sense of calm curiosity is already stirring in you, that's the cosmos tuning into your frequency. The stars aren't shouting change today, they're whispering it. Perhaps you noticed it earlier, or maybe you'll sense it soon, a small detail or a gentle intuition asking for your attention. This feeling is meant for you, because today's lunar placement is personal. Pause. Let's talk about what's actually happening above. Today's moon is in the sign of Virgo, Kanya Rashi. In simpler terms, the moon's energy is practical and detail-oriented. All morning, it's in the Hasta Nakshatra. Think of Hasta as the hand. It's like the sky is saying, use your hands, use your skill, tend to something with care. Then, around late morning, the moon moves into Chitra Nakshatra, which translates to the bright one. So the tone shifts from careful crafting to clear vision. Imagine spending the morning tidying up a painting and then stepping back as the light changes and reveals hidden colors. This shift may feel subtle, but it's real. The cosmic energy of Hasta's craftsmanship turns into Chitra's clarity. It's also a Shukla Navami lunar day, a time traditionally linked to devotion and bringing things to fulfillment. In everyday language, the universe is handing you a small, precise task or insight today. This isn't about the world doing something dramatic. It's about you noticing a small part of your own world that needed adjusting. The moon's placement is your guide, it's the one true detail in today's forecast. Everything else flows from that simple fact. You might already feel this calm, focused energy on you. If you do, let's connect. Comment the word aligned below. It's just one word, but it lets us know, yes, today's message is landing with you. We'll check it again later, after you've seen how the day unfolds. Now, you may wonder, what does this cosmic setup actually feel like in practice? Under a Virgo moon, what often surfaces is perfectionism or a sense of duty. Maybe you'll notice a small mistake you've been avoiding, a paper that needs filing, an email draft, an unresolved task at work, or even a subtle self-doubt about not getting something quite right. Virgo energy doesn't make noise, it whispers, this might matter. So perhaps, unexpectedly, you feel drawn to fix a minor error or organize something. Because Hasta is the hand, you could feel an urge to literally use your hands, cleaning, crafting, or even just arranging something on your desk. Here's the key, this is not about panic or failure. It's not the sky trying to tell you, you messed up big time. Instead, think of it as a friendly tap on the shoulder. It might be a gentle self-critique or a subtle reminder, hey, would you like to finish that small thing? For example, you might suddenly remember to send a thank you note you've been putting off, or notice that a report needs one last look. Those feelings of pressure are Virgo's way of guiding you to care, not to scold. Then, as the moon enters Chitra around late morning, a shift happens. Chitra helps the hidden become visible. Suddenly, maybe a solution you were missing all along comes into view. The small problem that bothered you now seems more manageable. A minor insecurity might shed its weight once you understand it better. You may feel a quiet satisfaction, so that's what needed to change. Whatever was lingering will likely lighten up, like fog lifting at dawn. By midday, the emotional tone becomes clearer and calmer. The tension won't vanish completely, but it eases. The takeaway so far, you might have started the day with one nagging thought or to-do, and by letting it surface and addressing it gently, you'll feel a sense of release. Again, remember, this isn't about big drama, it's about little truths revealing themselves. So where does this lead? As the day progresses, you'll notice a kind of clarity taking shape. That small issue you caught, once you attend to it, it stops pulling energy from you. Perhaps you talk something through, make a minor adjustment, or simply realize something important. This release is subtle, the knotted feeling in your stomach eases, your mind breathes easier, or a nagging thought finally stops replaying. Importantly, you won't have to force this. Try not to beat yourself up over it, the moon in Virgo isn't out to punish. Instead, think of it this way, a loose thread on a sweater isn't collapsing the garment. If you carefully fix the thread, the sweater looks whole again. Today feels a bit like that. You don't have to unravel everything, just give attention to the one thing that has been gently tugging at you. And as that happens, something positive happens too. You may realize what was bothering you is actually helping you. Maybe fixing that small mistake actually boosts your confidence. Maybe clarifying a misunderstanding brings relief. Because Chitra is about brightness, by late afternoon you should feel a little spark inside, an insight or gratitude that all is not falling apart, but rather coming together. If this subtle guidance is resonating with you, I invite you to stay connected. Just take a second to subscribe and turn on notifications for Cosmic Veda. That's the easiest way to keep these daily cosmic insights flowing into your life. Each day brings its own gentle wisdom, and I'd love for you to have it. Alright, let's talk about practical moves for today. The best approach is to trust your intuition on small things. If a project or decision feels overwhelming, break it into tiny steps. For instance, instead of trying to overhaul your entire schedule, just clear one email or plan one short meeting. If a conversation feels tricky, speak slowly and listen. The Venus-Mars vibe today is steady and careful, not impulsive. Favor, quiet tasks, organizing, small fixes. Maybe go through a personal to-do list and check off one lingering item, or gently reorganize something at your workspace. Virgo loves routine, so a short break for a walk or stretching can actually boost your clarity. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing can help your inner hand steady the pen, so to speak. Avoid big leaps, hasty conclusions, or high-pressure conflicts. Don't force a decision on an emotional subject today. Chitra suggests you'll get more by waiting until things look brighter. So for example, if you're tempted to send a heated email, instead pause and review it once more before sending. Throughout, rely on your inner voice. The calm, gentle feelings you have today are not random, they're clues. Listen to them. For example, if part of you says, maybe double-check that report, go do it. If another part feels tired and says, take a breather, respect that and slow down. There's no need for flashy action, small, thoughtful actions carry the day's blessing. Remember, this isn't about forcing something to happen. It's about noticing what's already asking to happen. If a resolution comes, let it arrive in its own time. By trusting that process, you'll end the day feeling that a quiet clarity has entered your life. Thank you for spending these minutes with me today. If you found value here and want to keep receiving daily cosmic guidance, subscribing is the simplest way. Tomorrow's sky is already taking shape, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Tomorrow, the moon moves into Libra, a sign of balance and connection. It will bring a different energy, one that's more relational, perhaps more about giving and receiving equally. We'll explore that soon. For now, go gently into the rest of your day, or evening. Remember, you don't need to push or force anything tonight. Notice the small insight you gained and carry that forward. The subtle shifts of today's sky were there to serve you. Here's a simple affirmation for this evening. I trust the quiet clarity coming through. I release what I need to. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow on Cosmic Veda with new energy and with new video.